Turn 39. Let's go ahead and move this disciple over here because religion has spread here, I think right here. So we can get a monastery started. Let's get this worker. I want to pull this worker all the way over here because I think it's worth having additional worker here. This city has a lot of things I want to get up in line. Definitely want to prioritize this for barracks. Probably even might want to build an Odeon so this place gets some culture going. It's going to be a super important city. We will chop with this worker and start this quarry. Move this guy over and heal. Move this guy on top of that hill. We'll upgrade this guy. Move here, harvest. Let's envision what's going on. Move that guy there, move that guy there. We'll move this guy down here. I think I can safely leave this guy here. And then rhetoric, I think, is what I want to take. I can see a case for navigation. Ultimately, we'll need both. Combo, I feel, is like a little too expensive to get. Then I got this cool event that gave me legal code for free, so I'll totally take that. Note to self, worker west. Was it odd? I definitely want to start racks here as quickly as I can. So again, the ore and horses online. It's like I could build a chariot here, but it's going to be much more in my interest to build a chariot here because this is right here, as well as get an Odeon in the city. Odeon center. We aren't going to pick up any laws until we get to pyramids. Carthage is on 3. They picked up epics in addition to freedom and centralization. We are running on monotheism league code, and we're holding until we get these guys online. And he's about to be on 6 cities with this one right here. Can't really attack into this right now. Don't want to pull this one down, I think. He's going to found, and there's no way I can take the city right now with what I have. Especially with that tactician there. He's just going to stun me, and it's just going to be ugly, and I cannot retreat with that unit. If there's a tactician attacking from inside the city, he can just keep me permanently stunned until he kills my unit. I will definitely not be able to kill the city before that. So yeah, we're going to build up the city quickly. Get an Odeon, get all these things, so we'll probably move that worker over there. Yeah, just maybe once this mine, it should just move over this worker. Yeah, we'll see how we are. Like, probably need more quarries realistically. Border expansion was kind of nice. Speaking of which, we should cancel this shrine and move it over just one to connect. And then we can move this guy up here. Building our second racks. It's tech choice. I can see a case for compo, but I just don't. I think I need rhetoric, navigation. Like, I need to get sovereignty, and I need to get Procolus. And that is slightly more important than compo right now. Ranges, not as big deal. You can argue ranges should even follow courthouse. We've got a ton of wood in the bank. Yeah, I'm somewhat worried by that similar power. Found where his cavalry is here because of that chop, I guess. It got revealed, which is useful. I definitely want to get Portcullis up and running. So I don't think it's really worth scouting into his deep interior. I need to keep an eye on his front and run back here to see what's going on. I really need to get vision up and running. So Portcullis is going to be very critical. 4 laws. Yeah, we'll definitely want to get an Odeon here very quickly as well. Start that on 41. So yeah, here also probably want to get garrison going, Odeon, lots of stuff. Finally have decent stone income. Probably going to need more stone even. So probably need some more iron though. Need everything. We're still in econ mode. Can always slam out a chariot if we need to. This place should be able to start another elder officer pair soon. Yeah, it's getting. I think we're ahead, but I'm a little nervous by just that chariot. Very, very disconcerting. It's part of the reason I'm leaving this here, just in case it needs to come back to support. It can also get down here. And I'll connect these cities with a hamlet here and a hamlet here after the stonecutter finishes. And I guess after that Gordium mine finishes, Gordium hamlet in 42. Yeah, and we remember to fix this. That will collapse borders nicely. Doesn't actually matter, I think, but whatever, should work fine. Because this one will push it and it'll just be one. Whatever, we can just push it and that. I think it'll be smoother. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I think so. All right, I think that's it for this turn. Definitely want to pull this guy over. Like, I could start a garrison and barracks here, but I think it's well worth the investment to get this guy over there. Especially since it will take a couple turns for him to get over there. And yeah, we'll think about what to do in the city. There's a lot of stuff. Salts, maybe? Probably the salt. Definitely want to get this culture up and running. So, and I don't actually need salt for anyone. Let's do a luxury check very quickly. Got lavender. We got wine, lavender, wine, good. I have pearls here, so we probably want to get pearls up as well. Yeah. How far are we off settlers? Ways. So probably pearls, espadana, salt. But we want to improve those just to get culture flowing in that city. We got the marble up and running. We've got grapes, wine, and pearls. Incense, we're looking for fir, incense, and honey. Fir, incense, and honey. There's honey, but not our honey. Is honey. I don't have honey. I don't have fir. I don't have incense. Very not great. So we're gonna have to watch these families particularly for happiness. Okay. All right, let's send this one back. Oh, and before I go, I think I want to rally troops. Well, she's severely ill. Well, even if she gets doomed, we should get it. And we're a little light on training still. I don't think I'll need it for anything, but I'd rather have it than not. Especially after not having it when I wanted it. This coming is going to be 200. This coming to level strength 6 is going to be 200, and then I think that's it for my upgrades. 4 6-strength units. Looks like he's got 1, 2, and I think there's a third. Oh, the third one's up here. So he's got 2. So we're okay. All right, let's send this one back.
Turn 39. Let's start off by looking at what we see him doing over the last turn. See his scouts moving back. It's interesting that it didn't show this. When I first clicked this show replay, I saw a scout move through here, but the camera just moved kind of towards this location and then didn't show the scout. So there was a scout moving through here. This other scout came back up here. So this was a the Great Achievers event was a choice of merchant and merchant called soldier. We took the merchant in this case. Soldier has a chance to be a commander, which will be pissed off because of the archetype. So we take her and immediately start tutoring. Then we found this city, gives us more sight. You can also see that he finished his border boost. That's how this tile got added. He added some tiles here, and this camel here, quite annoying, creeping closer on every border city. Then here, creative pursuits. That's basically our wife wants to hire a tutor to get inspiring, and I'm first doing some other movements, coming in here and start cleaning up this camp and upgrading this here, and finally it's not even in that. It's since we do have quite a bit of money, I think I'm taking this mainly because she's a judge. The slothful is kind of annoying, but how bad the cultural situation is, I want her in here, pushing our culture and rushing out officers. So we are spending the money here. She is very young still, so we have, even if we don't have a garrison down, we can make use of her. And once we switch to unit production, we do need to kick her out of the city because she's slothful. But for the build-up, we can use her pretty decently, I think. Then I started attacking here because the warrior was in a good position for me to move in. He can see us moving down here, so we'll see if he chose to come forward again. He didn't move this unit, so he was spending all his orders elsewhere, I guess. Bit unhappy that I'm still not using these workers as a 4 workers sitting idle. Although this worker is probably going to be idle healing for 4 turns. Here I am tempted to just build a ranger in here afterwards, just to get this on the way. On the other hand, not too sure. The problem is, like, our previous leader dropped to -2 charisma, so our civics production here is abysmal. And the growth is not, we aren't banking citizens, so even once we get Odeon and Theodore down, the poets will not produce lots of civics too, since there's not many surplus citizens. That's kind of hampering us here a lot, actually. But then the stats are good for both money and science, so he gives us 5 points of science. This is 10%, this is 13 science, but we also have -1 charisma. Yeah. Cleaning this up, we are finishing up a settler up here. There's still settlers in production here. We see a plain barbarian unit down here with an ore, so it's also something we want to catch, but no tribe, so we can't really easily hire a good mercenary here. Not looking to hire plain barbarian units that will be stuck on strength 4 forever. Yeah, next turn not much. If he isn't moving forward, we have should be able to make use of some of our workers again, starting the tutoring, as well as moving the troops down here. Used up most of our orders, and I need to get here garrison and barracks started, since we want to use her. We don't have affable and drunk diplomat we can use in here potentially. So, yeah, looking to come over here and start a garrison here. Probably need to buy a bunch of stone too. That's about 400 gold for a garrison. But as our stone production is still abysmal, I need to spend that money. Also clean this up next turn. Yep, that's about it. See you soon.
Turn 40. Thracian has died. Attack surplus. I'm going to get the science. Speed up rhetoric. And I will go for portcullis. We also have an event here of getting discipline on a queen that is doomed, by the way. She is doomed now. And or 20 opinion. We can take the 20 opinion. And they've revealed pearls somewhere. I guess here. That's not very helpful to us. Yes, pearls in your opponent's territory. That's good to know. And here we started the salt. We actually are going to start a forum here, I think. Yeah, because this is going to be a civics pump, as is the next one. Move this worker along, heading towards Samarkand, as we mentioned last time. Start portcullis. Chop. Chop. And start camels. Move a worker, or move a marauder over there to protect our worker. Start quarry here. The stonecutter will finish in 2. So we'll, after that quarry finishes here, we'll go pull that up. That is, we'll start the quarry. This guy can get upgraded over here. Scout can explore over here, and then hide in the forest. We'll definitely go directly into Carthage as an agent in 9 turns. This scout I'll pull down here. I have no idea where those units went. I think they might be in the forest somewhere. Who knows? And that's pretty much it. So, agent Carthage. 9 years. We won't get the Pyramid's ambition, but we'll get, should get the opinion from that, just half the legitimacy. We will have our 15-year-old heir inherit. She already has a daughter, which is great. So, pretty good there. That's pretty much it. Somewhat straightforward economic turn. Yeah. Getting those all-important mines online. Got some here. It's monastery. I think just these 2 cities are the last that need to spread to. 7. So these 3. This one, this one, this one. Hopefully it'll spread there soon. Carthage does not have a religion yet, so we're ahead there. Yeah, definitely want to get an agent into the city as soon as I can with portcullis. He's still on 3 laws. And tactician general here, so not sure where those units went. Specifically, I have no idea where the chariot went. That's really disturbing. Could be down here. Maybe he's clearing stuff. I don't know. I don't have vision, so we'll keep an eye. I mean, if I were him, I would be clearing my interior right now. So, because he is behind on settling cities. So yeah, we will send this one in. 17 orders to spare. There's not much we can do with right now. I'm leaving that guy there and leaving this guy here. And yeah, so we'll, I mean, if we could have this worker come down here and this worker, I think it's actually going to be easier to have this worker start because that worker can't get the terrain. So, Gordium, Hamlet, Susa worker to remember next turn. I think portcullis is the right choice here. Free settler's pointless. We have no more sites to settle. Navigation's nice, but portcullis into metaphysics potentially, although he is naive, so we will not be able to steal from him. But definitely getting agents up, especially since he wants to do a science play. Also queued a Elder Monk and some Forum here. And this guy's building a shrine. That'll collapse those borders. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Definitely want to connect this somehow. Not sure how. Not sure I need to, though. Maybe. We'll see. This maybe? I don't know. We definitely need to figure out how we're connecting some of these cities. So, Could pull this guy over, but no real need to, and who knows where their units are. Probably in the interior, though, if I had to guess. So definitely want to get agents into these cities. It looks like trader, statesman, and writer. All right. New ruler will inherit next turn, probably. Inference village's head will be the first thing she does, because that'll be important. It's going to hurt going from 3 discipline to -2 discipline. That's going to be very painful. I'd probably want to assign her as a governor. Parsa, probably. We don't have anywhere else that she can be a governor because we haven't built any other garrisons. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and send this back and do the sit rep. Turn 40, a situation report. So let's start with timeline. We founded Ectabana, this city here. We discovered administration, founded Ulmurazad here. Lots of city founding. Discovered aristocracy, founded Bactra here. Founded Samarkand, our last founded city. Even though we were like, this is the most important city for us to found, it was just so far away. It took us a while to get there. So yeah, discovered drama and started the pyramids. Discovered spoked wheel and discovered rhetoric this turn. And we are now doomed. So this is the end of the reign of Queen Khwarazm the Wise. Our daughter, Princess Roxana, soon to be Queen Roxana, and will be ascending the throne, married to Prince Consort Yazdegerd, with a daughter, Duchess Amistris. So, ambitions, we are building the pyramids. We should finish in 6 years, but unfortunately the Queen will not live to see that. Succession, pretty short. We have 3 people in line of succession. Roxana has 1 child already. Dukas Diagas does have a wife, but no babies yet. The family tree is filling out there a little bit. Tech tree-wise, we've continued to progress. We are currently prioritizing portcullis so that we can get agents in Frederik's cities, considering that we suspect he's running some sort of city science build. So really hard prioritizing that. And also to give ourselves the option for cartography. At some point, we will likely want to get forestry just to support ranges, although there's a lot of wood to chop, and we do have a lot of orders. And our daughter is also an orator, so that helps quite a bit. There is a bit of luck of the draw as to whether or not you get an orator heir. Law-wise, we only have monotheism and legal code. We got legal code for free for one event, which is kind of insane. I think those events will be removed from competitive mode. And then we've got 3 laws lined up, ready to go as soon as we get pyramids done to buy them at a discounted rate. So we are saving 606 for that, which is exactly how much we have. Wonders-wise, just pyramids so far. Probably are thinking about Ishtar-gate next, just because it gets us everything to developing. Might be challenging to build. We'll see. We definitely need a lot more iron for Ishtar. But right now, just trying to get all of our cities up and running. Our chancellor is our son, and he's got plus 2.1 growth in all cities, 1.2 growth in all cities, which is definitely helping. Cities by training, Parsa has a couple officers. A master officer ruling our first elder officer will start our second officer there. Everyone else is pretty basic, not much to write home yet. Source of science, basically wherever we built the monastery, Clerics cities, of course, are kicking ass. Parsa also has great science. We could pick centralization as well, which will give even more science in Parsa. So we would definitely consider centralization over vassalage, because the science is nice. And I guess it also likes legalism, likes centralization. Family opinion is very happy. Everyone's in the 300s or high 200s, which is great. Graph-wise, you can see we've been above 200 for quite a while. 200 is somewhere around here, so there's a line with 200, but there's not. Victory points, resource, everything's getting more expensive. Territory explored, you can see, yeah, we've sold food a bit. Carthage is definitely buying food. They want to expand. Mill score, 1588. We definitely need to start building our own units at some point. But I would like to get this city at least with double officers before we do that, and stronghold. But we're getting there. So Continuing the graph review, we have no wood production. Our stone production is quite solid. We've gone up from 13 to 79. Iron production definitely needs some love. We were at 7 and now we're at 11, so really haven't focused on iron. We do have mine finishing here, a mine finishing here, a mine finishing here, so that'll give us 24 more iron, which probably will want a little more, but that's a good start, especially if we want to target towards Ishtar. We might need to up our food production as well, but we've got some very nice food production lined up here that we could take advantage of. We haven't, so that's pretty cool. Lots of orders, commanding position in terms of expansion, so that bodes well. Of course, you can never count Frederik out, so we'll keep doing our best. Food production, yeah, I guess. Not sure where our food production has gone. Yeah, I guess we have a bunch of units, and they are costing us quite a bit of food, 23. So upgrading all those units, I guess they are more expensive and cost more food. If I could open that tooltip, which I don't seem to be succeeding at doing. We'll just let that be. Should be able to open up. I can't. Orders-wise, we're right around 50 orders, which is just hilariously high for this turn of the game. It is worth noting that we are playing Orator before they've nerfed Orator, so each of these cities is giving us 2 orders. That will be going down to 1 order next patch, which I believe is coming next week, so we've got a little more time with OP Orators. But even if that weren't the case, we'd still have 7 orders left over, and we just have a bunch of orders. Only 43 orders. We've got a lot of things, I guess, in flight. Money-wise, kind of zigzagging around, but pretty solid. Apadana is not available, so that's a shame. It's such a powerful wonder in terms of fixing maintenance challenges. Science, right around 50. I don't know what Frederik is at. I'm really curious to find out on watching this game later. Discontent, not really sure how valuable this graph is. Yes, discontent goes up. I mean, it just goes up with the number of cities you have. Culture production, likewise. And training, no, that's just overflow. Civics, 200 civics a turn, which is, I mean, that's counting cities, but we're using some of that. And then growth-wise, we're at 124, which also I'm not really sure how to interpret. National wealth, pretty decent. 3 specialists, apprentice monk, a stonecutter, and master officer. 14 workers produced. We've killed 9 units, cleared 7 camps, adopted 2 laws, and have 29 improvements. 1 farm, 3 mines, 8 quarries, 3 pastures, a camp, 4 nets, 1 hamlet, 1 rex, 1 market, which we got from an event, a garrison, and 5 monasteries. So we're getting another monastery down here, and then getting another monastery up here. So that'll get us to 7 monasteries. Monasteries definitely very, very good for science, especially cleric monasteries. Very, very good. This is 4 science and 4 civics just from these cities. So from our cognomen, we can tell our opponent is the new, so not much to know there now. He is a Pathfinder educated tactician who's impious. His son is 3, and his wife is a judge. So, and romantically is in love with the king, which is great. And we very briefly looked at the family tree, but I'll throw it up again. My mistress is set up, but Roxana should reign for 40 or so years, and that will be particularly good, hopefully. So, looking forward to what we can accomplish in the reign of Princess Roxana, Queen Roxana soon. Hopefully we can snag Ishtar, definitely enact some laws, get Porcullis, and then maybe go towards 7 laws very quickly as well. And perhaps try to do a timing attack with a battle line and 7 laws, maybe. We'll see. We'll that's still a ways away. But definitely want to get the city online. Gotta invest workers over here, maybe even pull another worker. Just really want to get the city online. It's such a good city. And yeah, we'll eventually want to build a wall in Akbatana as well. Akbatana, and then Baktra probably needs to get a worker. Definitely getting a wall here because it's our most exposed city. We should definitely consider walls in Akbatana and in Baktra. All right, that's it for this situation report. I'll be back with turn 41.
And we're on turn 40. So, looking around, our chariot took the brunt of the damage down here. He's still upgrading. Our scout got bumped back, so probably his monastery finishing, which was merging these borders. He's started this the camp on the camels, guarding his worker, unsurprisingly. So we got extremely lucky. This is pretty low chance event, I think. And since we're inquisitive, it always pays to have your leader inquisitive. There's a lot of events that can trigger either only when being inquisitive, or there's a bunch of options for inquisitive that are usually related to science. In this case, it's getting a random technology. So here, getting sovereignty, another stroke of luck. That's because that's our legacy that we want to achieve. So we're going to enact constitution real quick. That also, let me just undo and redo that. 3 points of science only. Need to finish another urban specialist up here. Means we're still looking for drama and polis, and civics boost is also in here. It will actually be hard if civics boost comes up against drama in this case. We'll have to see how the draw pile, how the draw actually looks next turn, or in 2 turns rather. So clearing up this. Getting closer to the other unit in the hopes they will attack this, but doubtful. Giving more kills to the chariot. 1 because of route, 2nd because he actually gains experience. Then we want to upgrade here. Do kind of want to bring this scout back, but workers have priority. We wanted to use our wife in here, so we need to start our garrison here. So where do we want to build our barracks and stronghold? Up here? Maybe not. Maybe leaving the hills available for mines since there are so few, at least in the north. There's a bunch down here later. I think on the other hand, it's order. The garrison is also an order. Let's build it. Do you want to look for a... Can try and look for a full paying for the stone since we still don't really have much stone income. Do we have a decent governor for our riders? Only a drunk diplomat. Affable though, which is kinda okay in here. And we want the charisma to increase the civics for our officers. I say we pay for that. It's also orders and we need those orders. Then we're moving this worker towards the north, getting him back towards the city, but building some stuff on the way. Not using too many orders there. Did we? No, this is still ongoing. So no comments from our previous turns, so looking good. Could tempted to pick up Steadfast here. This will actually make him decently strong against the units, although with the reduction from the tactician leader, it's not that much anyway. It's like 3. Let's grab this. It's 4, so 8 on a crit. That's the... I mean... Is there anything better we can do with that one order? Move the worker. Question is, do we want to start the farm here? Actually think we want to do this. Oh, 8 turns. Minus 2 charisma. Kinda need to get some poets down. And I think I need to get the other granary down. It'll drain wood, but I think I need the growth. It's not that good. With 2 more with Family Shopkeeper once we get another culture level, but that's still not that much. I don't think we have a good way to boost this though. Hanging Gardens is still available, but we don't have any stone. And we spend most of our gold on these 2 garrisons. I think this is pretty much a given. And here, probably building this just for the borders. This, but the order is more, the half an order is more valuable. Looks like he's content being passive so far, which suits us just fine. This also means we have some good farm spots here later. We will need lots of food for our elephants. And also specialists, so bit unfortunate. Having 1 crop resource in here that can be boosted by the granaries makes a big difference, but we don't have that. Unless we somehow get one of the culture events that gives us a resource. There's often a crop resource available, although I'm almost never take it usually. So anyway, that's it for our moves this turn. Could have assigned, but I don't want to assign her. Anyone else that we could have assigned here, not that we had the orders. This we don't want to. Right, we have the other diplomats too. Cultivator, Delver, Farms and Groves. This guy that was robust is actually a good assignment if he wasn't ill. guess we want to give ourselves some reminders. 41. Check if last diplomat still ill. Because if he dies, it's unfortunate. But if he recovers, I want to assign him for the order. It's absolutely something I want to do. So that's it for the turn. So let's look at some of the stats and plans. Science-wise, we are looking at this here, picking up navigation. We got sovereignty from a random tech event, very lucky. We are looking to pick up drama as a priority next. And probably polis, since we are looking to boost our capital, the money output in our capital, boosted by our by the fair and the increased development speed in the trader city. Then looking towards getting a religion founded, but that's still quite a few turns away, so monasticism is not a goal. So we're probably looking towards citizenship. We do want to work ourselves towards 7 laws, but our culture is quite a problem. Getting strong culture here, so we might have to work with upgrading. So we also need to upgrade or build the next inline stronghold. We can build a stronghold now, since we got constitution. Could have started this turn, but I think I want these with more of a priority. I mean, the culture is outpacing us anyway. We are not starting any elephants soon. By the culture, we won't even have development anytime soon to build the elephants. That's why drama is a priority right now. Otherwise, this is fine. Getting some spearmen for the eventual horse units from him. And lumber mills also, and the elephants cost wood. And we are looking towards going down this path. Anywhere else, there might be looking to pick up scholarship, but kinda problem is with how behind our culture is. Probably cannot rely on our unique unit to carry us for the next 20 turns. So we kind of need to get something else, which would be horsemen. Don't think we can get to work towards battle line yet. Maybe. Do I want to pick this up? Thing is, I don't actually want this. So not an easy situation. So in terms of timeline, the last 10 turns we went through spoked wheels, a bunch of people died as usual. Alcaras finished his pyramids. We got our sun, picked up rhetoric and sovereignty. So, in terms of wonders, looking at the museum still. Want to grab this as early as possible, but with how few stone we have, it's a bit annoying. Probably need to prioritize getting these two online and then some additional quarries. I fear I'm very far behind economically. So records, screen. We have 8 citizens, 3 of which are specialists. It's still the miner, the acolyte, and a shopkeeper in the capital. No other specialists thus far. Produced a whopping 2 military units, but that's expected since we are hiring mercenaries. Same for both of us. This is a bit of a problem, since we're so far behind in expansion. Do now have 4 laws, 15 technologies discovered, only 2 courtiers, and this is the biggest problem. Almost no quarries, and either special resources. We did get our shrines down, but I'm not sure if that's enough. To see. Probably needed to build one or 2 more settlers out of the capital to get our expansion down faster. In hindsight. Anyway, looking at military score, we are sitting at 1300 about. It doesn't say much. Resource prices. Somebody sold some food. Can't quite remember if that was me. Stone went up here. That's 5 turns ago. That was not when he started his pyramids, I think. So it's about to make a jump up from the stone I built from the garrison, the 2 garrisons. Family opinion is kinda holding, more or less. If push comes to shove, we can assign a chancellor from the offending family to give them a bit more of an opinion boost. Then what? Stone, almost nothing. Iron, also not much. Orders creeping up a bit, but not where we wanted. We need those orders from serfdom. Money's still looking good. Didn't add much on top of it, but that's 300 is still a good sum. Science, we had our big jump here when we enacted centralization, got our first specialists online, especially the elder specialist that we rushed out. Hopefully that we are sitting above him right now in base science production, but it's hard to tell since he has his clerics monasteries, which also give a bunch of science. Discontent just creeping up. Culture, very, very bad. Civics made a jump here. Not sure where that came from. Probably the new city. Yeah, new Statesmen city. Growth, but not too much to see. Orders, science is the most interesting this time around. In terms of plans for the future, we are still very much looking to hold the line and backsaddle our remaining space, trying to catch up in cities. He's still on 10, I'm on 6, I'm 4 behind. The next settler is coming out next turn, but he's quite a ways away from the actual site. Then we have 4 and 8 turns after that. Another 2 that we still need to clear the sites from. There's another plain barbarian site down here that's usually easier to clear, although that's relative depending on how much, on how many mercenaries we can recruit. Problem is this, we have a hero, so he can at least heal while we push forward. I did see him move his scouts, like the one that was in this area moved over towards our capital, and the other moved, I'm not sure if it's down here or down here. They are both in the northern part currently, so he probably doesn't have eyes on what these troops are doing, but I think he saw them moving downward. As far, he has a few specialists. Don't see much. So he has a mirror of a capital, so he has probably gotten horses. Don't know what his first specialist is here. If he started building probably started building officers in here, I'm assuming. Yeah, he's already online, bringing him stone. This city will not be doing much in terms of urban improvements. We need these mountain spaces for quarries. This is invested, although it's not much. So still very auto constrained. Navigation will help a bit. Can't wait for the patch to hit. He is doomed at least. So he's at least going to lose his robust, which is 5 orders for him. 6 orders as he's a governor. 510 cities and 6 from the direct governor. Of course, we know his heir is also an orator, also quite high in charisma, 2 traits still to be decided. And then the second in line is a builder, that's Chancellor, giving him decent growth in every city. Or at least a decent boost here. So for us, we have this student, we have to see what comes, but she didn't get much in terms of events. I mean, she got the random tech event, so can't complain too much. In terms of stats, that's not that much though. She'll get another stat point on the tutorial. But overall, not looking too hot in terms of stats. So probably looking towards a builder, just so we can accelerate some of the improvements somewhere. I'm not sure if we assign this here. probably we want our wife here for the culture. And if the diplomat survives, we're probably assigning him here. It would leave down here, assuming we are building a garrison sometime soon. Do need another set of settlers also. 3 means we need at least one more, not 2. Probably here. We don't want to move these all the way across the map. Probably another one here. But we do need the rancher, or do we? Probably building our rancher here. It's like 7 turn towards the next. Yep, that's about it. I think I've had everything. I know what we see from him. It's like surprising that he doesn't run into any problems with a diplomat that's disappointed in him, but he, as far as we can see, all his families are friendly. Well, that's about it. So that was our turn 40 situation report. We also only have 2 ambitions down on turn 40. That's also a reason why we have so few orders. That's an interesting comparison how far he is with those. Anyway, that's the situation report. See you later.